Hello, TranSan fans, and welcome to Transistor Sandwich, the show where I use a heap of hardware and software to whip up some tunes that you are then free to download and use in your own projects. I'm your host, Tony, and with me in the studio, by way of his master control room just down the hall, I have my better half, Ross, who is broadcasting from his live stream from iVlog.tv, his iVlog.tv channel. Live stream viewers, you can see him up in the top right-hand corner of your screen there. YouTube viewers, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and then share this video on your favorite social media channel. Live stream viewers, I do have the Facebook stream open on the side here on Ross's iPad that he generously donated for me this evening. Julie's still on vacation, but I'll do my best to glance down from time to time to see, oh, I see Brett CB is watching, so hello, Brett, cool. It doesn't actually, it shows up notifications to say what's going on, but it doesn't show me a list of everybody who's in the room. So I'll take a glance down every once in a while and see what's going on. So give us a shout out. This week I'm going to be working with a little lick that I came up earlier this afternoon. It just popped into my head and I jotted it down. Well, jotted it down. I recorded it very quickly into GarageBand. So we have something to start off with today. The plan is to come up with an up-tempo, happy, energetic piece that is based on this lick, which I have actually completely forgotten already because this was like several hours ago. What? I can hardly remember my name some days. All right, so let's get started. Let's pull up our GarageBand, which is where I have my lick. So this is the lick that I came up with this afternoon. So that is the lick that just looped back to the beginning there. So it's just that little piece just over and over. It just popped into my head and I was like, I gotta get that down or I'll never remember. Hey Meg, thanks for, see, this is a good spot for this iPad on the side so I can actually see this stuff coming up on the screen now. So Julie, you're out of a job. No, I'm just kidding. Julie, come back to us safely. Julie and Gary are both on vacation this week. So I'm kind of hanging it solo here, so I'll try to do the whole music thing and the chat thing at the same time thing. All right, let's get a bass line to go with that little lick. So, bass. Well, let's add another track here. We'll add another synthesizer track, and I'll just pull up a synth bass from our selection of basses. What do we want for a synth bass this week? 70s classic synth bass I used last week. Here's an agile synth bass. Ooh. And along with the piano, apparently. There we go. Oh, that is a nice, it's nice and has a nice attack to it. I think it'd be good for an up-tempo thing like this. Let me remind myself of what that little lick is. All right, so it's, so I need a bass line to go with that. Oh, and I see on my teleprompter ahead of me there, which Ross is controlling through remote control, through, what are you using, Ross? I can't remember what you're using. It's VNC, the VNC remote software. So it's actually very tiny though, dear. If you could make the font bigger. But even at that size, I can see that on iVlog, I have Carnell, I have Mortar? Is it Marauder or Mort? It almost looks like murder. Hopefully there's not a murder in the chat room. Oh, we have, okay, so it's Mortar? I'm not sure. M-A-U-R-D-E-R. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it. Mr. McGuire is also here. We have Silverlight, UXW Bill, Wilkes, and Dune. Dune is a good movie. So thank you guys for dropping in for the live stream. Why is there a live stream? Well, the whole reason behind this is because I wanted to get back into recording instrumental soundtracks that I could use for my projects, because in my line of work, I'm doing a lot of digital media creation. And sometimes I'm doing videos, sometimes I'm doing slideshows, and I needed background music. And there are places that I've gone to that have fantastic background music. Incompetech upbeat.com is one of them. That's one of my favorites, actually. A gentleman by the name of Kevin MacLeod puts together some fantastic tunes, and very, very talented guy. But, you know, he has so many, and then I needed more. So, and plus I love doing this. I've been doing this kind of stuff for decades, and I wanted to get back into doing it regularly. Ross already had a show on iVlog.tv, so I thought, let's combine these two things. So that is where TranSan Live comes from. Every Saturday night, Ross and I get together, and he starts off with his show. He's spinning some tunes, and he has some chats going on with these wonderful people in here. Oh, I see a couple of others. There's Security Monitor, and Warhawk is also in amongst those as well. Oh, and I see Jennifer Cartier is showing up on our Facebook feed. Wow, I've got information overload here. Am I actually going to get a song done? Let's get back to the bass line. Okay, so a bass line to go with this. Well, I know it's an E flat. Very simple bass line. Okay, I think I've got it now, so let's record that. I had to go over it a few times, because first of all, I had to make it up, and then I had to make sure I was doing it in the right way. Ace Fan! Hello, Ace Fan. Thanks for dropping in. We're going to record this now, this little bass line. Oh, crap. I messed that one up. Okay, that's almost right. There was a couple little foibles, and I didn't feel 100% comfortable, so I'm going to do that one over again. There, I got it. I've got it, and now I'm just going to go into my settings for that, whoops, wrong button, that settings for that particular track, and go into the quantization. We'll set up a straight quantization of eighth notes so that everything is locked solidly in time, and it gives us a groove. We're grooving. To complete our bed track, we need to add some drums. So let's pull up our beat sequencer. And let me see, what do I want to use? There's a preset called Trapdoor here. Well, I like the instruments. I'm gonna take a look at the patterns and see if I can find something that's a little more up-tempo. There we go, but it's got a little bit of a swing to it that I wasn't expecting. Let's try this one called Stacked Up. Oh, there we go. Yeah, this one I like. I'm digging this one. All right. So I need to record that in, so let's hit record. I'm not sure if I said hello to Ace Fan. Hello, Ace Fan. There we go. The recording is done. Now it's just looped back around. I need a romper room mirror to say hello to everyone. I think that's actually a good idea. I don't have one though. But we'll make that happen. But nobody else knows who Romper Room is, Meg. Come on. Well, maybe some people do. Now I'm going to pull up a drummer, an electronic drummer, just to give a little extra impact to that drum line. It's an accompaniment, really, and it's going to be very simple. And the way to do that, using the pre-built drummers on GarageBand, you can actually grab a hold of a joystick and pull it toward simple or toward complex. Simple, complex. So if I was to do simple, well, actually, we'll start with complex because I want to do simple, but I'll give you an example of a complex rhythm. So it has a bit more activity to it. And then if we pull it over to simple, there you go. It has just dropped half of the activity. Hello, Lemony. Lemony, as in Snicket? Thanks for dropping into the live stream. So that is the simple that I'm looking for. I'm not sure it's actually the percussion instruments that I'm looking for. I want it to blend well with the previous rhythm. That's not bad, actually. I want something with a little more impact, though. Let me just back up to, let's try the drop. Whoops. Ooh. There we go. I'll turn up the intensity of it. There's a loud and softness to it as well, and that's basically just the impact on the percussion instruments themselves. There, I think that blends very nicely with that. Let's hear that all together. Now, that's coming along pretty good. Now that bass line, which I love, it's nice and simple, very driving, very straightforward, but I want to give it a little more bottom end, a bit of ballsiness, if you will. So let's pull up another bass here. I know that there's a bass here called not the blooming bass. It was, I think, the big hollow bass. Come on, you. There we go. Oh no, it wasn't that. I could tell just from that. That is not the bass I was looking for. Classic funk? Nope. Ooh, I do like that though. That is neat. Not what I'm looking for though. Not that one. It was a really, oh, here we go. There we go. It was a dark, heavy bass. Now, what I'm going to do is I just want to duplicate the other bass line. So this is an accompaniment to that. So I just go to my previous bass track here, just highlight the track, we'll copy that, we'll come down here and we'll just paste all of those notes in on this track. Paste, there we go. There. There. That has a nice bottom end to it, and blended with the other bass. Oh, not that. There, I think they blend nicely together, eh? Let's pull everything in there. This is the kind of song that has a lot of bottom end to it, so if you have a nice big stereo system, it's a good way to test those woofers. All right, so now what I'm going to do, so I have like 8 bars, so all of that is just 8 bars being looped. I'm going to take that 8-bar section, I'm going to duplicate it, so now I have a section A and a section B, And I think yeah, after 16 bars, what I'm going to do, I'm totally making this up as I go along. Oh, I've got a bit of a droplet of sweat getting into me eye, and I can't see. Oh, there we go. Maybe I should be wearing like a bandana or something that absorbs the sweat when I'm performing. I was just saying earlier, it was actually nice and cool in here for a change. And then I get up and start doing stuff, and my body seems to create a lot of heat. All right, let's duplicate section A and B again, because what I'm going to do now, after the first 16 bars in section C, I'm going to transpose it. So I had an idea that, a couple of days ago that I wanted to do a song that starts in a key, transposes up for another run, and then transposes up again. I wanted to go up like 3 times. I wanted to create that step up, which is not something that I created. There's lots of songs that do this. But it just seemed like a cool thing, a cool, fun thing to do. And I'm always looking for stuff that just inspires me to try something new. So it's in E flat. Do I want it to go up to F sharp? Let's try it. The best way to try it is just to try it. Obviously. Let's go up 1, 2, 3 semitones. 1, 2, 3 semitones. Now, I'll highlight that section so we can. Now, I need to hear it with the other section, is the only thing, because I want to see how that step up is going to sound. Is it going to irritate me? Because if it irritates me, I can't do it. Can't do it. I just can't do it. Okay, so this is the E flat section. Oh, I think that's going to work nicely. All right, now I have to do that hold on. I just realized that I have, before I was unable to get a track to do a transpose of only a certain section of the track, and I suddenly thought that that was going to happen with this track, but I see now in my transposition, that's a hard word to say apparently, in my transposition settings that it says that there are multiple settings available. So I guess if I zoom in to a section that I'm working on, I can set the transposition separately in that section and still have it on the same track. The transposition does not affect the entire track, just so you know. Because I'm not using software that is inaccessible to anyone else. I'm using software that is available on every Apple device if you pay for it. I can't remember if GarageBand is free or not. If it isn't, it's probably only like $9.99 or something. It'd be in the App Store. Go check it out. Okay, so in that case, section D then, I have to focus on so that I can transpose it up those 3. So let's go back to section C. Actually, I can't just transpose that. I have to transpose the bass as well. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3. Whoops. I just want to make sure that it is only going to transpose the notes that I'm clicking on. The drums don't need to be transposed. They're gonna, I suppose I could, but they're still going to sound the same. Actually, no. The drums that are actually MIDI notes, if I did transpose those, it would end up with completely different drum sounds. So let's not do that. Transpose the dark heavy bass up 3. There we go. Now let's hear the 3 of these together. Jade says it's free. That's good to know. So there you go. GarageBand is free. You guys can create music like this on your own iOS devices. Well, she's 95% sure. That's probably a much bigger percentage than my sureness. All right, so we've got that stepped up. Did we step it up in section D? Let's double check. Go to focus on section D. Select our tracks. So that one is up 3 semitones. This one is now up 3 semitones, and this one is up 3 semitones. Okay, and after that, so let's take section C and duplicate it, because this will be where I step up the third time. So instead of going up 3, let me bring my piano back in here so I can work this out. I gotta work this math out, this musical math. So that one's going. So if I went up another third, oh, that's that's a neat progression. So that will work nicely. I may actually come in with piano in that part. So let's step that up 3 more then. So it's up 6 semitones from the original. 6 semitones there, and 6 semitones there. And then I can just take that section and duplicate it to make my 16 bars. All right, let us zoom out to the full, all sections, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. How old were you when you realized that L-M-N-O was not a letter? I think I was 7. I don't know. I don't really remember. So this is the E flat sections. So 16 bars of this. So that was 8. We're into the second 8 now. So this is section B. Okay, that sounded cool. So now this next one, it should kick up another 3. Awesome. It works for me. I'm cool with that. Now, I need some chords. I need some chords to play in the back there. So what I'm going to do is call upon another synth. Did I just go right past it? It was right there. I often lose track of myself. So, not a dark heavy bass. We want to get some pads. I need some pads to back all this up. Ooh, hold on. Don't need the piano. All right, that's a little too paddy. I need something that has some attack. Ah, there we go. I like that. That one's called Analog Silk. And silk feels good. So let's go with that. I'm gonna have to play it first. I'm not gonna start recording right away because There's an interesting turnaround there. So that part is fine. I'm not sure if I should go up to a major or a minor there. Oop, definitely not. It has to be a minor there. That's the difference between major and minor, by the way. Minor, major, minor, major. Romper Room and Sesame Street all in one show, guys. Let's take a listen and see if I can make that work. It is major. All right, good to know. I'm gonna try to get those parts in there. Whoops. I went to the wrong chord. It was the wrong chord. This is probably the only show where you actually get to watch a musician screw up regularly. Most musicians don't want you to see those parts. They only want you to see the finished, polished product. Okay. Since that is the same both times around, I'm just going to take that and not loop it because I'm focused on a section and it'll end up going all the way. Actually, I know what to do. I will zoom in on section A because that was the section that I recorded that part in, and copy it. And I didn't have to zoom in on the section to do that. But then we'll go to section B and paste that in. Section B I know is still the E flat. Next we go to section C. And we'll paste that part in there. But after pasting that in there, I need to go into the settings, the track settings, and transpose that up 3 for that new section. So let us go now to section D and zoom in there, paste that in, and again that needs to be transposed. Transposition up 3, there we go. Next section is E. Wow, it's in alphabetical order. Not always, though. Sometimes I mess around with the sections. That one is up, was that supposed to be up 3? No, up 6. We're in the D section now, so at this point we're up to the, what was it? A. We're up to the A. A? And then section F, which is also up to the A, so we'll transpose this up 6 semitones as well. There. Now, so I've got all my backing chords to give the music that level of fullness. and then it jumps up to the new chord change. That's going to be funky. Cool, I like that lick. I had a sample set up on, not a sample, a synth set up on the side here on the Core Guy 3, and it was Van T-Samp, I don't know. It might have been something from Van Halen, maybe, and some kind of, I don't know, the name doesn't really give it away, but it's a lovely sound, and I got it off of this lovely floppy disk. Does everyone in the chat room remember floppies? Meg would remember floppies, Brett would remember, Jen knows floppies, and everybody on iVlog knows floppies, because I know Ross's crowd. They know floppies, but I bet you Jade doesn't. Do you know floppies, Jade? Anyway, 3.5-inch floppy is where I have my latest bank loaded from, and it's what a beautiful sound. It just has that vintage synth sound with like a lot of delay and some like moist reverb. It's a little loud, but actually that's fine because as I record it, the levels kind of tend to come down anyway. So I'm going to slip that recording in there. That recording that does not yet exist. Do I want to turn on monitoring? No, because I have a board that does that for me. But I do want a stereo input, and I'm just going to reset all of whatever effects this channel decided to automatically put on for me. And so I'll need to mute my microphone because I'm going to record directly from the board and just fit in a couple of little licks to go along with it. Boy, does that end suddenly when you get to the end. It just stops. It's because it's recording in audio. If I was recording in MIDI, it just would have looped back around and kept on playing and kept the groove going. But, you know, this is how recording audio in real time works. So those sounded cool. I can live with those. I was just having a little bit of fun on that little lead part, and it adds a little bit of variety to the tune. I'm going to add a little more variety by adding in, I don't know what yet, a percussion instrument of some sort. Not a percussive melodic instrument. A melodic percussive instrument. Do you know what I'm talking about? Good, because I don't. Let's get something here. Rhythmic? No. Well, I don't know. No, I don't. Oh, it's not time for arpeggiators yet, but it's coming. No, I wanted, oh, maybe not that. Oh, actually, I think what I want may not even be in GarageBand. I may want to link an external synthesizer in my GarageBand app. So I just backed out of it so I could save the current state, just in case something goes wrong. You never know. So to connect to another app on the iPad, all I have to do is go into, it's not audio record, wait, is it audio recorder? No. It is more sounds, Alchemy Synth, Smart Piano. There is, here we go. Okay, so there's a section here called external. So you could either load an external audio unit extension or inter-app audio. So since I have some other apps loaded on this iPad, I can go right to that. And Syntronic. Syntronic is an app that is released with some hardware MIDI controllers that you can buy. And it comes with, the free version actually comes with several vintage synths. And I'm talking like 60s and 70s here, and some 80s. Oh God, 80s is vintage. I feel old. Actually, 90s is vintage now too, because this keyboard on the side here, the Core Guy 3, is actually from 1993. So, and it is considered a vintage keyboard, so whoo. Oh, there we go, yeah. That's not what I was looking for though. I wanted a percussive synth. So something that has a bit of attack to it. Oh, that has some attack, but not exactly what I was looking for. Oh, excuse me. Oh, classic EP. Sort of. Not quite what I was looking for, but ooh, maybe that one. Oh, I think this one is inspiring me. It has a certain je ne sais quoi, because I really don't. Let's see what I can make work with this. So it's not going to start in section A, it's actually only going to start in section C, which means I'll be up to the F sharp at that point. So. There's the chord in there. I already have a part for it. I'm gonna get in there and record that right away. Oh, I don't even need to mute my microphone for this because it is recording it as audio, but it's grabbing the audio from the other app directly. It's not intercepting from anything else. It is intercepting the audio output of the Syntronic app. Some of the names we come up with. Oh, that was a bad note. Hold the phone. Okay, that was close. That was really close. In fact, I wish I could keep that take. There must be a way on this to do multiple takes as well. I think if you record over a take, you can choose let's find out. I'm gonna record right over this waveform and see if it gives me a choice of the multiple takes. Okay, does it give me a choice of takes now? If I click and hold on that, does it give me a menu? No. All it did was just record a whole new waveform. There are applications that let you do multiple takes, mostly desktop applications, I presume. I don't know. I haven't really seen it in a mobile app just yet, but now, do we want to continue that for the next section because it steps up to that A? Maybe not the same pattern, but I do want the same sound. I don't want it to disappear completely. So let's try something. Cool, we've got all of those extra parts in there. That is groovy. Now, that wasn't actually the part that I had in my head though. There is another part, and I'm thinking really percussive. I'm thinking like marimba-ish. Let me see, what have we got for marimba-ish synths here? Well, synths that might have a marimba-ish. That's going to be a word now, marimba-ish. So, how did that sound to you? A bit marimba-ish. Ooh, Anamoog. I'd like to put that in there. Here's a Bismarck. And it basically just, ooh, that made my voice go wonky for a minute there. So this Bismarck app basically allows you to load what are called sound fonts, which are packages of samples that are set up to be triggered by any MIDI application. So you actually find sound fonts in like Windows computers and macOS computers as part of their general MIDI capability. So, since it is general MIDI, I should actually have marimba as a selection. And I thought I did. Oh, it's because I'm transmitting on the wrong channel, that's why. It thinks that what channel am I transmitting on? Well, I can find out actually because I have an app here that provides me a touch interface to my digital piano. And it will tell me what MIDI channel I'm transmitting. I'm transmitting on channel 5. I'm going to drop that to channel 1 because that's where I have my Bismarck set for marimba. Well, I thought it was. It is there. Hold on. It should be playing marimba. Network session, Ethereal, digital piano. Well, it is set up. Mary had a little lamb? What? All right, maybe if I go down here. No. It just doesn't think that I'm playing the right thing. All right, there's more than one way to do this. I'm going to go back to my GarageBand. And I'm going to change the, oh, that just pulled me back into the Bismarck. I'm going to change that to a different instrument because I don't seem to be able to get it to work right. Music Studio, here we go, let's try this one. That made my voice go wonky again. Okay, so if I hit that, bring up Music Studio, there. It is responding the way that I'm expecting. So, do we have a marimba? If I go into symphonic, I'll just click on all. So we have some grand pianos, we have some church organs, mixed choir. Ooh, wonder what that sounds like. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. I might use that too, as add a little impact at the end. All right, violins, cello, double bass. Ooh, I just had an experience with a guy who plays double bass. And when he pulled out the bow and started playing it, it just sounded fantastic. So I look forward to playing with him again. Harp. Oh, that's actually kind of neat. But harp wasn't what I was looking for. I was looking for something that was more xylophone marimba-ish. There's that word again, marimba-ish. Piccolo flute. I don't even think there's any in here. That is very odd. Ooh, lots of cool synths in here though. Oh, here we go. Well, actually, oh yeah, xylophone. So xylophone, here's marimba. Oh, yeah, there. That's exactly, that was the impact I was looking for. Let's go back to GarageBand. And it is picking it up. Now, I say I heard it in there, I just don't know what it was doing. It's just all jostling around in my head, so we need to see if we can make it work now. No problem, Meg. We'll see you next time. It's cool having the chat up on the side here. I can actually see what people are saying. Okay. I think I had something working out there, and then Meg said she was leaving, and I was all thrown off. It's all your fault, Meg. No, I'm just kidding. I'm still making it all up. Oh, I know. It should be like something like that. It's very counterpoint to everything that's going on. Something like... Oh, except it would have to not quite be those notes. Something like that. Okay, I think that will actually work. I'm going to try recording that. Do I want to continue it under that lead part? I think so, because I was expecting it to continue. So I'm going to record a little more of it there. There we go. Okay, so that's got those parts. Now it's going to step up, and I think I'm going to keep it coming in there. Actually, no, I'm just going to have it come back when we get up to the A part. So it has had its intro moment. We'll give it a rest in the middle, and then we'll have it come back at the end. And by that point, we're up to A, so... Oh, wow. those are probably that's the easiest sequence of notes. It's all just white keys next to each other. Okay, so I've got the marimba part in there. And now I need to bring some structure to the song. Okay, so it has structure, yes, but it's basically just those three main sections mushed together. We need an intro. I think between section D and E, I need a little bit of a breather. And so the intro, the breather, the outro, I think that's all it's all gonna kind of be the same type of dealio. So let's add a new section there. Maybe a little 4-bar section. Well, I'll start with the default 8 bars. That gives me an 8-bar palette with which to work. And so, as an intro, how do I want it to come in? Well, I want to reuse the instruments that I have. So let's get them coming through there. There we go. Something like that for the Okay, so I am only going to need those 4 bars. And let's see what we can get that bass doing. I think just something like Maybe not that one. That one's better left for the main part of the song. Let's go to that dark heavy bass. Yeah, because that one has a lot of sustain to it. So let's record that one in. Okay. So it's a plan, it's a work in progress. It's not a plan because I have no idea what I'm doing. So I'm doing that. Let me see. Oh, too low. Something like that, I think. Yeah, a little bit of a climb. Okay, so that's got that in there, and I need a little bit of a climber. I need a climber, so I gotta go back into my GarageBand synths here because I know I have a climber. It's in Soundscapes? No. What was it in? Sound effects. So there's the pitch fall, the massive colossal uprising. Let's see how that... Yeah, that's probably going to be it. I just want to check the other ones though. No, that one's going the wrong direction. That one's kind of neat. Oh, maybe that one, which I haven't used before. Sometimes I'd like to just use a sound because I just haven't done anything with it before. And with thousands of sounds available, I like to give them each their opportunity to shine. It went up and then started going back down again. Maybe that one won't work. I was expecting it to keep going. Oh, I've got a little drop of sweat going in my eye again. I think I do need one of those 1980s headbands, well, big padded headband. Maybe I could attach it to my hat. I'm going to have to, oh, well, there's other selections for this hyperspin. Yes, each of the sounds that you have, each of the synthesizers that you have in GarageBand have variants. They're not always good. Well, that one keeps going up. I'm just not sure if it would. Okay, I'm gonna try that one. I started it too soon, but I think it will work though. Okay, it will work, just not on its own. So that means I need a partner. It needs a partner. We'll partner that one up with that other riser that I had. Was it the colossal one? Yeah, that colossal one. I think if I can, oh, let's see what variants there were of that colossal one. Here's a faster tremolo. Maybe. Not that one. No. 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 Oh, that one's too slow. Oh, that one's just weird. All right. Yeah, I think I'll just stick with that one. All right. Okay, cool. That's got our intro. And so that means I need to go in, modify the settings. So I'm going to take that section G down to the 4 bars that I have in there. Then I'm going to go into the edit mode and grab a hold of section B, or not B, G, the very last section, drag it right to the beginning of the song. It now is our intro. So, looking at all sections, this is how our song is now structured. Okay, need to change some levels a little bit, just a little bit of that, a little bit of that there, and maybe maybe that airy lead at the beginning, the main riff. I think it's a little too loud at the beginning, so I could go in and do some automation. And basically, automation allows me to go in and automate the volume changes. So I can have it start out. I need to zoom in a little bit here horizontally so I can be a little more fine-tuned. And if I hold onto the pencil and click on the automation line, I can then take the volume down a bit at the beginning part there. Oh, down a little too far, but that's definitely a lot better than what I had before. So let's try this. Excellent. Excellent. That is how I was anticipating that to work. No, it wasn't. I never anticipate anything. It all just comes out of nowhere. I do need a crash after that lovely riser, so let's get a crash in there. There is a sound effect in the GarageBand selection of synths here called Massive Slam. Oh, it's more of an ending though, isn't it? Let's see. Oh, hold on. Just want to see how it works with it. No, the slam gets lost in there completely, and actually it muddies it up a little bit. I still feel like either there's something flying around my eye or There's another drop of sweat. I do have a fan on too. It doesn't seem to be blowing very hard. Let me see. A crash. Well, maybe a drum? Let's get the drums to do the crash. Can I pull in another drum kit here? Yeah. I'll pull in the beat sequencer. And let's get the pile driver. No, 909? Yeah, I think the 909 will have a good crash. All right, let's reset. Hold on, how do you reset? Let's stop it from doing that for the moment. Well, I don't know how to reset. I'm just going to get rid of all these. There must be a reset. There's a step mode, there's a note repeat mode, chance, and a loop, and I don't know. Let me see. Which one of these is crash? None of them. Okay, so how am I supposed to do that? Well, I've got my kick, so let's get that. All right. There's my kick. Oh, oops. There's my kick that I'm going to grab and drag to the beginning of A. Now I need a crash to go with that kick. So if I go in to edit the MIDI notes from that, I can see all of the instruments that are available to me. There's my crash. So let's put that, if I hold my pencil and press right there, whoops, I have my crash. I just wanted to see what these other crashes were like. They're not very good. Which kick do I want? This one or that one? I think just the first one's tighter. It is only going to be one note, so I don't have to get too fuzzy about it. Now let's see how that. All right, well, that was the crash I was expecting. Now, we've got the intro. I might need to use that intro. Well, I can definitely use it as an outro, but I might need to use it as a breather in the middle. The breather section. So, and that's because as it's stepping up, I'm not sure it's doing it gracefully. Actually, that one was okay. But before it steps up to the next one, I might use that breather, but a truncated version of it. So the intro is section G. So I'm just going to go to section G, duplicate it, and go into edit here, and we'll drag it to after section D. All right. So zooming into, what the heck did I just zoom into? Not the right one. I want to zoom into section H. Actually, let's keep it as all sections just so I can manually zoom in here. That way I can see everything that's going on. So that also means that this needs to be yeah, I will have to actually zoom into that section, section H, because I need to transpose those to match where it was moments ago. So let's go into track settings. There we go. Oh, no, that's not it. Track settings. There we go. Transposition, up 3, 1, 2, 3. And the same for this fellow, 1, 2, 3. And the same for this fellow, 1, 2, 3. Oh, and there's a couple of fellows down here. Oh, well, actually, that's just the uprising part. Oh, speaking of which, I actually only need it to start at the uprising part. So if I go to the beginning here, I'm going to take these tracks and just trim them up like so. I'm trimming up the beginning of each of the tracks so that they all start where the hyperspin starts. And now I'm just going to grab a hold of all those tracks, drag them to the beginning of this section so that they start right at the beginning. There we go. I'm making sure I have them all there. Okay, that will work for that. And so now this section actually only needs to be 2 bars. So let's adjust that down to 2 bars. So this is what that, whoops, let's see all sections here. This is what that transition will sound like. So we're starting halfway through the previous section. Okay, so the drums need to keep going there though. Having them drop out like that, it didn't work for me. But I might put a different drum pattern in there. Let's bring up our little drum thingamabobby. Yeah, that's the technical term, thingamabobby. And let's shuffle our pattern, see what it sounds like. No, I don't like that. Oh, that one's actually not too bad. There we go. Ooh, that recorded right over top of that, that next section. All right, I'm gonna have to undo that and zoom my focus into section H so that my recording is limited to only section H. There we go. There, so that's in there now. That is in there, which means let's zoom out to all sections and go up to the end. Well, actually, we need an ending. So we'll take that intro from section G and I'm going to take that and Deborah, I saw Deborah just popped on Facebook. Hello, Deborah, thanks for dropping in. I'm going to take section G and duplicate it and use it as the outro for the song. So it'll be, well, first of all, we have to bring those up 6 semitones. So let's go in there, track settings there, and transposition, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go, 6. My finger was not pushing the right button at the right time. 7, no, not 7. Oh, that would be weird though, wouldn't it? 6. And these ones down here will also have to go up 6 semitones to put them in the right key for the outro. 5, 6, there we go. Oh, I like that as an ending. Of course, I think the drums, I'll have to keep them going at that point as well, but we will also need that outro crash. So I need to add one more section. So section J, which actually really only needs to be like 1 bar, because it's just going to be the crash at the end. Speaking of which, we can grab that crash from section A, which was right down here. So let's copy that and go to our outro section, which is section J. J for Jones, right, Deb? And we'll paste that in there. There we go. There. We'll Wow, that's a crash. Well, we need a note to end on as well. So it was on the A at that point. Yeah, I think we're gonna bring it right back down to, right down to an E. E flat, sorry. Okay, and then I think we'll do that for everyone actually. And this one down here, I don't know if this is gonna work. I'm just doing a thing. This might not work at all, but I'm doing it anyway, because I'm just crazy that way. Ooh. So I'll undo that. That's an interesting wah wah. Oh, that's my climb. What's this one? Oh, that was that massive slam. Oh, I left that in there? Oops. Well, I can use it as the ending then. Take that digital piano out of there. Yeah, I'll put that in there. Cool. All right, so that will be the ending. Now, let's zoom out to all sections so I can see, so I can hear that in context. So this is where the end of the song kind of starts. Okay, I don't like the rant at the end, so I'm going to get rid of that. I'm just got to figure out which one was doing that. That one. It almost sounds like a Cyberman. But I'm just going to take those notes out because everything else handles it nicely. And I'm going to leave them doing their thing. I do need to drag the drums out to continue on in that part. Ooh. Or not. Ah! Undo. Undo. Copy and paste. Paste. There we go. And I'll need to split that now. So if I tap on that, select split, I get my little scissors there. I'll drag the scissors to where I want to split. And actually, I want to split right as soon as the very end crash hits. So let's see what that sounds like. I don't like it stopping on the E anymore. I think I'm going to have it end on the note that it was on, the A. So let's go back into our track settings for J. I'll zoom into section J. Section J. And track settings, I'm going to quantize, well, since I actually recorded it in A, I'll have to transpose it down 6 semitones. 5, 6, and that will bring it back down to the E flat. And it's not that one, this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And the modern 909. Let's see. There we go. So if I zoom out to all sections, so we can audition this ending part. Let's see what that sounds like now. Hey Phil, thanks for dropping in. Oh yes, 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 that works. Yes, yes. All right, well, this is just about done. Then we'll be able to hear it all in its full glorious form, but it is missing that one extra little piece. The arpeggiator. I can't have a song without an arpeggiator. It just wouldn't be a TranSan song then. So let's see what we've got for arpeggiators this week. Let's see what arpeggiators. Oh, I like that one. It's called ARP Animations. Okay, that one's groovy. I was grooving on that, but I want to check the other ones just to make sure I'm not missing out on one. Oh, God, no. Well, that would have made a good chord setting. What the heck? That one's actually kind of interesting. It's not what I was expecting, but I want to see what that sounds like with it. Well, I can barely hear it. Well, I don't know if that's going to be a very good ARP. It doesn't even cut through the rest of the mix. I can see why. I'm going to try that one, because that was the one that I liked when I first... I'm going to add a little bit of... not delay, a little bit of... well, actually, are there some more controls here? Oh, here we go. A bit of release. Hold on. These knobs are hard to... Yeah, there. Turned up the release a little bit so it doesn't stop so suddenly when I let go of the notes. Yeah, that's better. Okay, cool. I want to see what this sounds like then. Let's see if this will work. No, it's not working for me. It's not working. It's just not. Let me see. Bell Echo ARP. No, God, that'll get lost. Oh, Big Anthem ARP. Okay, and that has some cool offset rhythms to it. I'm feeling good about this one. Let's try it. Yeah, this one's definitely working. Oh, except I screwed it up there. So it's gonna have to be... Okay, I think I can, yeah, that will work. All right, let's get that recorded in there. Delete that last take. All right, we'll get her done. The turnaround, I get messed up on it every time. Try it one more time. If I can get through the first 16 bars, then I can just take it and copy and paste. Turnaround. It's like I can't really hear what the turnaround is doing. Let me solo that. Oh, actually that might have worked, but not too sure about it. I'm just not sure. I need to hear that. Now I'm not even sure what I recorded. So it would be, oh. Oh yes, that was the one where I wasn't sure if it was a minor or a major. All right, I've got it this time. I'm almost certain I can do it this take. Oh, no, I did that change at the wrong moment there. Okay, that still wasn't exactly what I was hoping for. You know what I can do though? What I'm going to do, because it was just too hard to groove with the offbeats, I think. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, where is my, my chords are done with the analog silk. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the analog silk notes, copy those. Ooh, crap. I didn't mean to drag them though. Copy those and paste them into my ARP track, because the ARP should work just as well with the chords. And this way it's guaranteed to follow the progression. Well, it's a little bit of a hiccup there, but it's basically follows the same kind of pattern anyway. So, all right, so I'm just going to take these two groups and join them together. So that is now one take. And then I can copy that, and we can paste it in section C, and which I'll have to zoom into because now I need to, there we go. Section C, oh, apparently section C and D, but let's go in here into our, oh, crap, into our settings and transpose that. That is where it goes up the 3. Let's also go to section D and make sure that is doing that there as well. So section D is already up to the 3. Good, 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 good. So now if I go into all sections again, so I can see my entire project, I want to paste that, oh, not right there, because that's my little breakdown, my little bridge, my breather, as I called it. But we'll paste it in right after that. And that, at that point, it's where it has to go up to, and this is section E, it has to go up to 6 semitones. Let's just make sure that's working. Yeah, should be. Let's hear that. Excellent. Excellent. All right. I think that's got it. I think, womp, what that was, womp. I think we have a song. I think we have tunage. Now I'm not gonna sing along with it. This is one of those situations where I actually do need Julie here, because usually she's keeping an eye on the chat room and she's like typing everybody's comments into the form of lyrics that I then sing at the end of the show. But without her here to do that, it's a little difficult. But we can hear the song from beginning to end, and I might actually jam out with it a little on the HP. Now, I wonder if I just transpose. No, that wasn't what I thought it was going to do. I thought it was going to just, I thought I could step it up the 3 semitones on that as well and just keep playing the same keys over and over. It wouldn't work. All right, let's hear this. So this is the song that we started out with at the beginning of the show. We started out with just this one. Oh, crap. Okay. We started out with just this little piece. So that was the piece that I came up with this afternoon. It just popped into my head and I had to record it or I would forget it. So then we took that and turned it into this. Well, fantastic. Well, Ross, I'm going to ask you to switch over to the PDF on the screen if you can, please. So that is the tune that we've come up with tonight. We need a name for it. It's up tempo. It has some arps. It has some airy synth. I'm not sure what kind of name. If you think of a name that you think suits this tune, by all means post it in the comments below. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you're watching it on the live stream right now, post it in the comments now. And then we'll use that as the name of the song. And if I don't hear from anybody, then I'll just name it Frank Goes to watch some TV because the show is over now. That would be a really long song title, wouldn't it? At any rate, yeah. I think that's the end of the show. So I want to say thank you to Ross, of course, for generously hosting TranSan Live on his iVlog.tv channel. And just a reminder, stay tuned to Ross's iVlog.tv channel because he's going to keep spinning some tunes for a little bit after the show. I also want to wish Julie and Gary a safe trip and a safe return. And most of all, of course, I want to say thank you to you, my TranSan fans. Remember, you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I try to post as much as I can, and Julie does a great job posting and following everyone's comments as well. Remember to like and subscribe my YouTube channel and share that with all your friends. And that's it for this live stream. Later, taters. Hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss the next video. Touch or click a video to the right for even more Transistor Sandwich.